What's up, David, Gianluca, Buddy, James? How you going, guys? Happy New Year to you all. Let me turn my music down. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, quant. We all want. All we want is that quant. Do you still quant? Quant? We're approaching the daily close, so it's been a Saturday candle right now. Look at Friday, yo. Look at this. Hang on, let me hide the drawings. Look at that Friday candle. It's like a Jesus symbol or something. Look at that crucifix. That crux doji. I think you call that a dragonfly doji on the daily there. It's pretty insane the way that looks there. What does it mean? It means indecision, basically. It means there was a giant sell, well, not giant, but a big sell, but it got bought all the way back up to the open. All the way back up. This tail here, lots of buy pressure to recover that sell-off. Pretty cool. Happy New Year's, and no, I'm out of all positions currently. I need to like bump it up in a sec. I've started a bit of a stockpile up, though. Got some Bitcoin BTC ETFs, though. You've got some Bitcoin ETFs? There are no or do you mean like futures ETFs? Anyway, we're coming up on the daily. I'm just gonna see what happens here. So if I bring my drawings back, it's 9:52 a.m. There's less than 8 minutes. 7 minutes and 5 seconds to be exact. We're basically on the doorstep of $44,000. We've been to almost 46,000, which was back on, for me, on the 2nd of January. So that's the high we're working with. You can see the ghost, or the faded 2023 high here from last year. Not even that long ago, right? Over here. So that is a level. It's a level. You can see we've reacted off it a couple of times here, and then also here as resistance. So support and then resistance. So we'll see what happens with that one. This is our target though. This is our range high. And right now, our range low still stands as being down here. So even the dump that we had recently didn't quite get down to this point over here. So we're still range bound, guys. As you know, as much as it's cool that we've had our activity outside the range, we're still within the range. We're still smack bang. We've even come back into the triangle somewhat, you know? Like there's been a little bit of activity outside it, but we're still inside this triangle. This one here. You know? Yes, we came out the top, but got slammed right back into it, sadly. So, if you want to take it like that, I'm not saying ignore it, it's just, we're still inside. So I think, and this is a reflection of everyone waiting on this news, this ETF news, right? We don't know the result yet, and that's evident in the chart. We just don't know what's going to happen yet. Let me delete that. I'm going to put this horizontal line in the key levels folder over there. So those are our key levels at the moment to look at. Delete that brush. Okay. Now these trend lines, I think it's safe to delete them now. That was a rising wedge that we were tracking, or that I was tracking. And I'm sure the rest of the market probably saw it too, but yeah, we fell out of that subsequently. but now we're chopping sideways, so there's no real answer yet. We just don't know. We're still consolidating. We're still squeezing like crazy. I reckon if we got a couple of Bollinger Bands happening, or if we had a Bollinger Band rather. Let me hide these as well. This is the triangle. Let's get a Bollinger Band on this. And just find the time frame that highlights where we're at as far as a Bollinger Band is concerned. Let me just change the style a bit so we can see it. That's a bit better. Background can be a little spicier. 20%, cool. Definitely not going to see it on the 1 minute or the 1 hour. Let's go to like, what's going to capture the essence of this squeeze? Maybe the daily? Yeah, the daily kinda. I think the weekly might be a little bit too insensitive. Yeah, the weekly's not gonna. Yeah, no, the weekly definitely not. The daily, yeah, I think the daily's a bit more relevant. What does the 4 hour say? Yeah, even look, the 4 hour is showing a squeeze, but it's not including all of that because it's too short of a time frame. This, I think, represents beautifully what's going on. So we've had this big expansion in the Bollinger, right? It was really big and juicy here, and now it's coming back down to a squeeze. We got a little bit of a departure here. Like, we pumped up as the year turned, like, you know, we got the new year, got this push out, but it was kind of a fake out, or it got stopped by that. There was some FUD that came out. I believe it was Matrix something or other put out an article saying that the ETF wasn't going to get approved, and people freaked out. Basically, the market freaked out and pushed down like that. But look, you zoom out, you realize it was just FUD, and we're back on track. We're back in striking range of making a new climb. We really are riding on this decision. That's the whole reason we're up here, basically. The whole reason from about here to here has been ETF hype. I think this little push here was when we had the false start about the ETF news, that it was approved, but then it was realized that it was not real, so it came back down again. I'm gonna have to back verify that, but there was a wick that went up because of like a false start. But anyway, this ETF hype is real. I'm gonna turn the Bollingers off because that, you know, we've got our evidence there. Look, you can see it happened here too. See that? We've had this huge expansion of the bands like this, and then it's squeezed up again. And yes, the squeeze can get tighter than this. Like, look at this squeeze here. This is a very tight Bollinger squeeze. But, you know, when the market's running this hot, the bands are only going to go so tight, you know. But I think there's going to be some kind of expansion, and if it's a drop, it'll look something like this. And if it's a pump, it'll be the opposite. It'll look something like that, like where it, you know, like this part, this section here, this band. Yeah, we have not left that squeeze yet, and that's why I had that triangle drawn out. This, because this sort of like highlights the squeeze at the moment that we're in. We're in this squeeze. We just got the daily, new daily candle. So Friday and Saturday, not a whole lot happened. There was highs and lows, but as far as like progress, nah, no real progress up or down really. We're sort of pinned at this level, and that is the level of $44,000, basically. 44K. I'm gonna delete this Bollinger Band. So what is the Sunday candle gonna throw at us? Basically, that's where we're at. The last time I streamed, I think, was Christmas Day, the 25th of December. So, not... I mean, look, the most dramatic thing since I last streamed was this pump, and then this dump. That's the most dramatic thing that's happened since then, which was pretty... It was a significant move. Like, it was... How high did it go from the lows there? 10% up, or almost 11% up, and then the dump was like equally as savage, 11%. So really big move there, but we're back at equilibrium now. We're back on that squeeze again. And you could argue that we're on the positive side at the moment of the squeeze. So we're actually optimistic. We're on the optimistic end of this, or the optimistic side of this consolidation. Hang on a sec, I forgot to share the stream in Discord, so I'm going to do that real quick. One sec, I'll do that. Gotta grab this. Hyperlink. Go to the announcements page. Crypto Down Under. Go. Spot Bitcoin ETF decision day soon. So it's the 7th of January in Australia and now in England as well, as of 2 minutes ago. You guys in the US, you laggards. That's still 6th of January, but what is it, like evening right now? It's probably like, yeah, 7 p.m. New York on Sunday. Oh, sorry, Saturday. So yeah, look, it's really it's coming up upon us. We're supposed to have it by the 10th. The 10th is the deadline day, the 10th of January. US, of course. So I'm going to put a bit of a line. I'm going to get a bit of a deadline line going on. Let's change this to like UTC -5. Make it New York centric. Put a line on the last hour of the 10th. I think we're going to get it before 11 p.m. on the 10th of January. But let's do this just for argument's sake. We could drag it to 12 o'clock. Why not? Is it gonna let me? There we go. That's the deadline. I doubt they're gonna run it all the way to there, but we should have a decision somewhere between now and here. A decision on the ETF should come out at some point. I hope it's positive. I am not getting my hopes up though. Like, I don't want to get them too high because it is Gary Gensler after all. It is the SEC. They are a department of disappointment. So be careful of your expectations, guys, is what I'm going to say. If it gets declined or rejected, then we have to start over again, kind of thing. We have to build up anticipation again, build up hype, because everyone's going to be real bummed out if it doesn't go through, I think. So I think that's a fair... Hey, what's up, Kwai? What's up, Eki Alb? What's up? I think I've said hello to Buddy already. Yeah, a lot is riding on this decision at the moment. I can't wait for it to be over and done with, so that Bitcoin can just get on with its regular journey, you know. But that's the thing, like, with the whole ETF factor now, it's not going to be the regular journey. It's like it's a very fundamental change to how people are going to access, or how big money accesses crypto. It's a big deal. It's not just some, you know, news event that came out from Bloomberg or something. This is a very big fundamental change to how money accesses or gets involved in Bitcoin. So I don't know, it might not be a sell the news, it might be a buy the news event. It can happen. There has been moments where good news has caused the start. It's been the catalyst for like a real strong move up. It can catalyze. All of the movement prior to this ETF hype is, you can argue that obviously it's all speculative because we don't have the result yet. All of this movement leading up to the ETF decision day has been speculative. It's speculation, right? You're trying to front run the result. How much money do you think is waiting for the result to come out before taking position? There's got to be a certain degree of money. I think a lot of safe money, a lot of like more sensible money that waits for confirmation first and doesn't speculate, doesn't gamble on the decision, is waiting to come in, perhaps. That's just the theory I've got. So we will see, we will see. When was that? I really want to know when that, let me look it up. I'll look it up. When that Bitcoin ETF false start happened. It was like, I think it was a Cointelegraph article that said that the ETF was approved, and it caused a pump, and then as soon as people realized that it was not real, it gave it all back again. I just need to find the date of when that happened. Okay, Cointelegraph fake ETF news. Okay. Clarification on sharing false spot Bitcoin ETF news. Okay. I found the article that's about the clarification. Here it is. Cointelegraph apologizes to its readers and discusses its investigation into what led to the posting of unverified news on X, which is Twitter, about a spot Bitcoin ETF. I haven't even read this yet. This is them trying to, damage control about that fake report. Dear Cointelegraph readers, we are incredibly grateful for the support and trust you have placed in our publication over the last 10 years. We strive to deliver the most thoughtful, engaging, and impactful news affecting the cryptocurrency space. Earlier today, during routine coverage, we posted a message on X without prior editorial approval. Ooh, naughty. Stating that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission had approved BlackRock's iShares spot Bitcoin ETF. This was false, the result of misinformation. The news lead originated from an unconfirmed screenshot posted by an X user who claimed it was from the Bloomberg terminal. I'll wait for the... It's saying that I've got interruption with my stream right now, so I'm hoping that clears up. I'll wait for it to clear. I'll wait till I get the green light before I go further, just in case. Sorry if I'm coughing, I'm still getting over a sickness that I've got at the moment. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me still in the chat there? Just let me know. It says error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, great. Excellent. I'll just carry on as though it's normal. Okay. Cointelegraph did not ultimately publish an article with this incorrect information, but we deeply regret posting this in error on X and the impact it has caused, An internal investigation revealed that our standard procedure for posting breaking news on social media, wherein sources are required to be verified before posting to social media, was not followed. Human error, guys. Just someone jumped the gun. The timeline of events is as follows: 13:17, so 1:17 p.m. The editorial team was alerted to the rumored news through a Telegram channel that Cointelegraph employees use to discover stories that might be of interest to readers. Full conversation is shared below. So this was the catalyst to that false thing. It's a deleted account now. Breaking: SEC approves iShares Bitcoin Spot ETF. BBG lol. Is that from the terminal? No, it hasn't come out yet. Not on Bloomberg website yet. Could be from the terminal. So, let me see. Okay. My colleague jumped too fast. Haha. But yes, it's true. Look, Bitcoin chart. Is it true? You sure? Yes, we're seeing that. Can't find anything that would confirm this at the moment. Ooh. Where did you get this, please? We can't confirm it. It would be a shame if everybody just started copy-pasting us without proof. And they did. Could you let us know where you got it, please? We're looking for the source, blah, blah, blah. I'll share this article, by the way. If you want to read it deeper, go for it. But I'm just trying to get the date of when this happened. Probably says it somewhere up here. I think at the start of the article they were saying earlier today. And look, this is where it came from. Deleted account, unknown. Like, it's so sus. They shouldn't have gone off this. Let's see if we... Yeah, October, like you said earlier, Samson, October 14, you think. This is where they're like covering they're like correcting it. BlackRock SEC is still under review by SEC. Yeah, October 16. So, oh my God. Okay, let's plot that out. October was October 14 or 16 or something like that. Let's find where that point of the chart is. Yeah, pretty sure it was 16. Because look at the pump. Let's see if I can get it on the hourly chart. Yeah. So look, no big deal. That wick there, that wick, that real giant wick was the news coming out, and then it sold off within the hour, right back to where it started. But still, even still, it held ground, like, and even came up afterwards anyway, so no biggie. Okay. I'm gonna, like, draw that out. Fake spot BTC ETF announcement. Approval announcement, I should say. So, what does that tell you? What am I getting at? Why am I going over this? So, the reason I'm talking about this is because I want to see what the market did off the back of positive news about the ETF approval. It pumped. Look at the pump. That's a $2,000 pump. It was stopped in its tracks because it wasn't verified, right? And it came right back to where it started. But even off the back of false news about it going forward was enough, like, to even... This is where the hype train started. So even, like, there was talks of it back here. Like, because we slumped down here, right? And then there was talk, like, ETF hype talk, which is what kicked off this rally going into it. And then that announcement came out and we pumped $2,000, came back down again. And look, here we are today, still waiting on the ETF announcement. We're all the way up here now. We're still awaiting this decision. So this is I think on the good news we're still gonna go up, but that's I mean that's a big call to make, but that's my hunch. I could be wrong, of course. Don't take it as financial advice. This is just my speculation, right? Because that's what it is. If you're trying to guess the outcome of something before it happens, that is speculation. You're speculating. You don't have the facts. So a lot of investment and trading is speculation, you know, that's what it is. You try to front run a move. So I don't like the word prediction, because prediction makes it sound like you're a medium or something, you're a prophet or something. But yeah, like a forecast. If you want to use the word prediction, fine, I understand, but my call, hey, check it out. We're still fighting on 44,000 right now. But yeah, look, I think I want it to get approved. I want it to go up. That's my emotions talking. The reality is we're dealing with Gary Gensler and the SEC. They're known to disappoint people and, decline and reject and fight against what the people want, usually. So they are like killjoys. They are like the fun police. So just be careful expecting it to be positive with the result, the outcome. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I think we've talked enough about that. Believe that. We've made the point. So I'm kind of wondering what this pump was. This little pump then dump back down to where we were. I can't remember, but anyway, doesn't matter. We're up here now. We're all the way up here now. Let's go out to the daily. I'm going to turn these lines back off. Price levels. We're still fighting this downtrend, like the top side of this triangle. Because as you know, we're back inside it, back inside the triangle. So this move outside of the triangle, top and bottom side, does that mean we now ignore the triangle, that we delete it? I don't know. I've never really read any hard rules against it, or for it even. But I think I'm going to keep it there just to see how it behaves if it continues to use this triangle, potentially. Because I have seen price leave a pattern and then re-enter the pattern later on and then treat it like nothing happened. So that's a thing that can happen. But yeah, for now, let's just leave it as it is. So the key levels we're dealing with is the 2023 high and the 2024 high up ahead, up above us. And we're still in a range, guys. There's not much to talk about other than that. Bitcoin dominance. That's another interesting thing that we've had. Bitcoin, as we know, all year has been claiming dominance of the entire market, entire crypto market, as it's gone up in value. Bitcoin moves first. That's always been a feature of every cycle. Bitcoin moves first. Altcoins see some of that action after the fact. And that's where you see where Bitcoin reaches a high, some of it rotates into alts. Bitcoin reaches a high, some of it rotates into alts. Bitcoin reaches another high, and then we saw this December like mini alt season where a lot of these altcoins caught up to where Bitcoin's progress is. But this whole year, this whole of 2023 was a big old rising wedge. See that? And we actually fell out of it, which was kind of scary for Bitcoin because, if you fall out of it big, that means that there was either monies flowing out of crypto or going into altcoins. Bitcoin's losing that market share if it goes down on the dominance chart. But look what's happened in the last couple of days. We've actually bounced and we've re-entered this rising wedge. what does that mean? You know, could this cancel the rising wedge? Maybe, if we erupt through the top. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, there's going to be a point where this rising wedge is done and dusted anyway, because there's an apex to it, and you know, you depart the pattern. You know, you stop tracking it basically. And you know, maybe it is a stretch to call this a rising wedge because there's a whole bunch of blank space right here where it didn't touch. The only touches we have are here on the top side, here and here, to draw that line really. You could argue maybe it started back here, I don't know, but from the bottom side, you've got a lot of trend touches. 1, 2, 3, arguably 4 and 5 there. It's kind of departed there from it though. But yeah, there's a lot more touching on the bottom side than the top side. That sounds sad. Donnie with the $10 super chat. Let's get one more push, please. Yeah, dude, I would love to see another Bitcoin push and just, you know, really reclaim some of that market share. The rightful king, Bitcoin. King or queen. Samson says, I don't think dominance will go way up on... I'm going to say, I have to bump the message because I can't read it. Something is obscuring it. Okay. I think dominance will go way up or form a distribution right now. Okay. Could do. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if dominance just did this over the next year. Like it just, you know, there's a whole bunch of like swinging around because, you know, the market's playing games with the alts. I don't know. We'll see. We've seen that. You saw that back here. You know, Bitcoin dominance came up and fought with the alts. Eventually won, fought with the alts again, slid down, lost some dominance to probably Tether, fought again, but then ultimately lost all of that dominance. This is where Tether claims a lot of that market share because people are going back into something stable. Or like, you know, either that or running out of the market, going back into fiat, just leaving crypto altogether, that money, right? So it's, yeah, Bitcoin dominance, it's a piece of the puzzle. It doesn't tell you everything. It doesn't tell you where the money went to, it just tells you that it left Bitcoin, basically. Bitcoin can maintain value, but lose dominance. You remember that too. Bitcoin can hold ground in price, but lose dominance. As, you know, maybe some big alts like Ethereum and Solana gain some of that market share. Doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin's crashing it. It just means that they're growing as well. Like they're catching up and capturing some of that market. Anyway, that's enough about dominance. Let's have a look. Where are we at? I want to get my price levels back on so we can see what's happening. So we're above 44,000. This is a Sunday, guys. We know historically Saturdays and Sundays can be quite flat. So don't get your hopes up for too much excitement. I think the thing to look at on the weekends generally, if Bitcoin's being flat and boring, maybe that's the time to go out and play with altcoins. Like, you know, I know a few guys in our community are playing AVAX at the moment. Some of them got in on this bounce here, like this awesome like bounce that it's had. Bit of like a test of old support, you know? Double bottom, bounce, really cool. Hopefully it breaks back to the upside on this time frame, this lower time frame. But yeah, let's check the watch list here. This is all of Bybit's watch list. Saylor, shout out to Expectus. He did a really good play on Saylor. which is kryptonite. Sailor is the coin is actually called kryptonite, and it's done really well. It's only on spot though, so his play was a spot play. Go out on the daily chart. Look at that huge like flat period that it went through. All of November quite slumped, and then all of a sudden, bang! Huge eruption in late December into early this year, early January. Pretty cool. What a trip. Alright. What else we got going on? So CTC 1 inch, SEI, SEI. Ladies is coming up. Some. It crashed a lot recently. Back end of December. But it had a monumental rally. Look at that one. Like 1st of December running up until, you know, the middle of December, basically. And then giving it all back. Pretty cool. Anyway, this was only ever intended to be a short stream just to catch up with you guys and talk about Bitcoin and the ETF process. And the fact that we're waiting on this decision. Hopefully it comes good. Hopefully we get something positive out of it and we see some more growth, but we will see. And I'll definitely stream about it. I'll have something to talk about next time once we get that decision. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one, and stay safe out there. All right, peace.